Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about the best bets for tonight's game here, Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. Let's get it going. Aaron Rodgers, Conor McGregor versus Tony Curtis. If you guys like this kind of content, make sure you let me know by clicking that like button and that subscribe button. But let's just jump right into it, starting with what I think is the safest bet actually tonight. The Jags are getting plus 7.5. Now I know Cincinnati has played surprisingly very well, but they're still a very young team. That's something that you need to keep in mind. And the problem is with younger teams is the main thing is consistency. This game against the Bengals is probably the closest thing the Jaguars are going to get to a winnable game, right? And I'm not saying take the money line by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that there's a definite possibility that the Bengals will win by a touchdown or less. I would definitely take Jacksonville and the points. Another big one I like actually a lot here too, anytime scorers in both Jamar Chase and James Robinson. Now, if you're not super duper comfortable with James Robinson, that's understandable. I wasn't super keen on them drafting Jamar Chase, only because it's like, okay, why you need to keep your quarterback protected, you need to keep him healthy, he's coming off an injury, what are you doing? And they've had issues keeping Joe Burrow healthy all year, but Jamar Chase has been the real deal. There's a reason why he's only plus 100 and everybody else is in the 400, 500. And then I like this one actually a lot. Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 interceptions. Every single game Trevor Lawrence has played so far, he's thrown over 1.5 interceptions. Obviously, something that's really, really cool on DraftKings is the ability to win money for literally free. So make sure that if you do have DraftKings Sportsbook, or really probably any sportsbook, they probably all have these daily pools. I'm always checking the daily pools to see what's going on here, but I'm literally going to fill out this pool for you right here, right now at this moment. So the spread's a little bit different in the pool. It's 6.5. It is possible that Cincinnati could win 21-14 or 28-21. So I am kind of leaning towards Cincinnati, but like I said, I like Jacksonville to have their best game of the season, at least so far at this game. It's Thursday night. It's a great chance to do it. Total overall points, these are not two very solid defensive teams, and these are two pretty solid offensive teams, right? Jacksonville looked a little stagnated at the end of the game against the Cardinals last week, but they are still a very solid offensive team, and Cincinnati can really bring the output on the offense as well. And this is literally 28-21 breaks this over. So I like the over here as well. Which team will win the first half? I wouldn't be surprised if it's Jacksonville, but I think Cincinnati, who will score the first rushing or receiving touchdown. And this is always very intriguing. Trevor Lawrence, who's an athletic guy, could end up rushing it in, and his name's not even in there. So then it would be any other player, right, wins it. So this one's always hard. That's why I almost never bet on first touchdown. But I really like, it depends on who gets the ball first, but I really like Jamar Chase to be the first guy to score for the Cincinnati Bengals and for the entire game if they're able to get the ball first. I know the Bengals like giving the ball to Joe Mixon, but Jamar Chase is big time, right? And so then we have Joe Burrow passing touchdowns over 2.5. That's kind of a lot. He's only eclipsed that mark one time. So I like under 2.5. Mixon rushing yards, actually a lot harder than you would think for a running back to get 75 yards. I'm actually taking the under with that. Will Jamar Chase score a touchdown? Obviously, if he's going to score the first one, we think he's going to score a touchdown. And how many passing touchdowns for Trevor Lawrence? Like I said, I think this is going to be the best game for Jacksonville. And for that to happen, Trevor Lawrence has to have a big game. Marvin Jones' receptions, he has eclipsed this number every single week. He's had 5, 6, and 6, I believe, or 5, 5, 6, one of the two, right? So I think that there's a definite possibility that he gets over 4.5. So I like Marvin Jones to be somewhat of part of the offense and get at least 5 receptions. It's not super hard there. And will James Robinson score a touchdown? Obviously, if you remember looking at the bet slip, we did say James Robinson will score a touchdown. I think it's going to happen. He's a scoring machine. He's actually one of the best running backs in the league. He just plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But let me know what you guys think. What are your favorite bets for tonight's game here? Cincinnati versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, never bet more than you're willing to lose. And if anybody has a problem with gambling, please call this number on the screen right now. Like I said, if you do like this content, please let me know by clicking that like button and that subscribe button. But most importantly of all, have a good day.